up, gentlemen? So over the course of the past 2 years, we have seen a drastic change or shift in men's hairstyles, both in length, but also in the amount of time and energy people are spending styling it. And it kind of makes sense, right? For the past year and a half, people haven't been able to go and get their fresh, super tight fades because the barbers weren't open or they didn't feel comfortable going to the salon or a stylist. Today, guys, I want to go over 7 of the sexiest men's hairstyles of 21. Guaranteed to drive those spicy senoritas loco. If you're ready, gentlemen, why don't you drop me one of those? So the first super sexy men's hairstyle that I absolutely love is called the French Crew. So I personally have fallen in love with the French Crew. Think of it as a modified Caesar cut, all right? You're gonna have a lot of texture up top. The bangs are generally pushed forward into a modified fringe. You know, the French Crew is perfect because it's a little bit messy. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to style, but it's all about that texture. When you go in to see your barber or stylist, just ask them, hey, I need a lot of texture. Are you gonna use a razor? Are you gonna use thinning shears? There are ways that they can actually cut your hair that is going to automatically give your hair more texture, more volume, and more separation. So the second style we're going to talk about, gentlemen, that is absolutely surging in popularity is what I call killer curls. Guys with curly hair are finally letting those curly locks rock, and they are not afraid to let those curls shine with awesomeness. So as recently as a couple years ago, guys with curly or wavy hair were spending a lot of time, a lot of energy straightening their hair. Whether or not it was with a flat iron, whether or not it was just with a hair dryer and a comb, they were spending time straightening their hair. Well, now people have kind of embraced the natural texture of their locks. The curly hairstyle, guys, is something that is absolutely making a huge surge in popularity. But if you're going to be letting those flowing curly locks of lusciousness rock, you got to make sure you are taking care of it properly, because if you're not using the proper hair product, curly hair tends to get a little bit frizzy. And so what I'd recommend is use some type of argan oil, a few drops in your hair. When your hair is damp, run it through. Also, you could use some type of low hold, low shine leave-in conditioner. The third super sexy style is one that also became popular because of the pandemic, and that is the buzz cut or short crew cut, all right? So the buzz cut is a style that I personally feel is amazing and looks incredible on dudes that rock it. Now, me personally, I can't because of these ears, and I got a big knot and a lump on the top of my head. But if you are somebody that is confident and yo, I don't even want to mess with hair, and you shave it off, you buzz it off, you take it super low, gentlemen, you look amazing. The buzz cut is the perfect option for dudes that don't want to mess with hair, you don't want to mess with product, or you're balding and you're like, yo, it's time to go. But if you are somebody that is starting to lose your hair, or you're balding and you're like, yo, I actually want to try some of these styles, Alpha, what do you got for me? What I got is a link down below to today's video sponsor, Bosley. So the fact is, hair loss is a confidence killer, but the truth is that you can stop it if you don't want to lose your hair, but it requires you doing something and taking action. The worst thing you can do if you start to notice a few extra hairs on your pillow or in the drain, or you do this and you get more than just a few, gentlemen, or you've got a family history of hair loss, the worst thing you can do is nothing. But if you're somebody that is serious about stopping their hair loss or identifying it before it happens, guys, hit that link down below and go take the Bosley hair loss quiz. The quiz is completely free. It's going to ask you 4 specific questions. And while you're there, guys, the other thing you can do through that link is grab the completely free guide to hair loss and hair restoration. You're also going to get a completely free $250 Bosley gift card. So if you decide to go in, sit down, and talk to a Bosley counselor, you can use that $250 Bosley gift card at Bosley. And through that link, you can also schedule an appointment to go in, sit down, and talk to a Bosley counselor about you and your hair loss. The other amazing thing through that link, guys, you can actually go to Bosley RX. Bosley RX is a modern-day approach to getting prescription hair loss medication shipped directly to your door. And by going through that link, guys, you're going to get your first month of medication free off of 2 of the plans. Guys, the truth is, if you are somebody that does not want to lose their hair, you've started, you think you might be, now is the time. Do not wait, because think about this. If you put it off for another 6 months, another year, how much more hair have you lost? Guys, now is the time. Hit that link down below. It's totally free to go take the Bosley free hair loss quiz. It is also completely free to download the completely free guide to hair loss and hair restoration, plus that $250 Bosley gift card. I promise you, if you want to stop your hair loss, you can do it, but it takes you taking action. The fourth sexy style is what I call the medium length casual flow, right? Guys that have let their hair grow a little bit longer. For you guys that have been thinking about kind of letting your hair grow and get a little bit longer, this is an incredible style. But the thing you need to understand is there is definitely an awkward stage, all right? Because a lot of you guys that have like a shorter style right now, as it starts to grow, you're not gonna know what to do with it, all right? So what I'd recommend is actually adopt number 5, which is a side part option. The side part is, in my opinion, one of the most perfect hairstyles that is out there because it is timeless. It looks incredible on pretty much anybody, and it also works with most length hairstyles, all right? So if your hair's medium, it looks incredible. If your hair's short, it looks incredible. If your hair's a little bit longer, right, this is still something that's going to work. The other reason why I love the side part, guys, is that it is quick, it is easy. In order to find the best placement for that part, quick little Alpha M hair part hack. Take your comb, right, place it on the center of your nose. Take it up through the center of your eyebrow on a diagonal and run it up into your hair. This is where you should be parting. The sixth sexy style has the worst name, and that is the Pompadour. The Pompadour is a style that has been around for years, right? Elvis rocked a Pompadour. A lot of super sexy dudes rock Pompadours. Now, in terms of what defines a Pompadour, what makes a pomp, it's basically the fact that you've got a little bit more volume going up on the top. It's not hanging down, it is up. The reason why I love the Pompadour so much is there is a ton of versatility in terms of a lot of different lengths, a lot of different ways that you can actually style the pomp. In terms of the sides, once again, it's all over the board. You can go super tight, super bald, you can go a little bit more long, a little bit more natural. Either way, guys, the Pompadour is incredible. The only pro tip I'd like to give you in terms of styling, make sure that you're using some type of pre-styler in order to help give your hair a little lift, a little volume, and reduce the amount of product you're actually using. Using a sea salt spray or some type of pre-styler to give your hair a little bit more soft texture and volume is critical for you achieving the volume and the softness you desire. And last, but certainly not least, the 10th style that you're going to see more of is long hair, right? I think Jason Momoa is probably the guy that we all think of, right? We think of that super sexy stud of a dude, Jason, right? Long, flowing, curly, messy, crazy, sexy, right? Now, I'm not into dudes, but like, don't look at me like that. I'm comfortable in my own sexiness in order to appreciate when another dude is a good-looking dude. And Jason's a stud. Come on, whatever. Let's get to the point. The point is, his hair is a representation of what I personally think is super badass and sexy. Guys that aren't afraid to rock it longer. Now, it's longer than the medium length hairstyle. This is one that's going to typically be a center part. It's going to be pulled straight down. It's going to be pulled back. If you are a man among men, you let your hair grow, you own it, gentlemen. And if you're going to own it, I would definitely recommend trying some type of man bun. I do not hate them. I think they look good on some guys. What I think looks stupid are teeny tiny little top knots from dudes that have like a little bit of hair and they're like, yo, check it out, top knot, man. And in terms of products, guys, once again, you could use an argan oil to add a little nourishment, a little bit of shine. You can also use a sea salt spray. If you're somebody that wants to actually control it and weight it down a little bit so it's not so frizzy, a sea salt spray is a great addition to longer hairstyles. Also, a leave-in conditioner is another option. Anyway, guys, that is my list of 7 super sexy styles that I personally think are dynamite in 21 and probably in 22 as well, all right? These styles not only look incredible, they're a little fresh, a little bit more casual, but the beautiful thing is that it's going to allow you to step out of your hairstyle box. And those spicy senoritas, are you kidding me? Going crazy over you.